Hi Gemini, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm doing your love reading for the next 2 weeks, so let's get straight into it. So on your side, we have why. So it says here, we don't always know why we engage in our relationships in the way we do, mostly because our feelings aren't always logical. Now is the time to recognize whether you are being triggered by someone else or if your behavior is motivated by unsolved issues in the past. When you ask yourself, why am I feeling like this and why did I say that, and spend some time in introspection, the answers may be surprising. Listen to the messages from your intuition, from the knowing deep within you. What does it tell you about yourself and others? In the end, life is all about being loved. Miracles and a deep understanding of your needs and how to get them met are the buried treasures of the why. Uncover them by posing the most powerful question you can ask yourself and your partner today. Why? So there could be a situation where you're kind of like maybe triggered by something and not sure why you are. Maybe you could be projecting it onto your person, but needing to kind of ask yourself the question. And then we do have the not for you card, but in the reverse, in the in their feelings. So I'm going to read the protection message. So it says, don't chase after what flees from you. Don't obsess over what eludes you. Don't bang your head against the wall. There's nothing romantic about what is unavailable. No prize given for torturing yourself, and nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving since you began your pursuit. Now's the time to walk away. There are other goals, other loves, other games, other successes waiting for you. The way out of obsessing is radical acceptance and surrender. Spirit wants only the best for you. This is a sign that you have something much better waiting for you. Trust. So I see that your person is probably like chasing you at this time and maybe obsessing over you, like really in pursuit of trying to get towards you. And then we have the full moon in Aquarius, and it says here, show the world the real you. And it says this card brings the message from the cosmos that you need to detach a little from whatever situation you're asking about. Someone might be keeping you at arm's length now, but it's no bad thing. It's important for you to allow life to unfold and progress, even if change seems like a frightening prospect. If you've been holding yourself back from showing the world the real you, this card reminds you that your unique characteristics are what make you special. In a relationship, are you being too aloof or detached? Go ahead and be yourself in whatever is coming up for you. Be aware of your feelings, but also be prepared to move on. Don't lose the beauty and romance of life. You are too much in your head. Get into your heart. A friend needs you. Be there for them. A situation is going to take a very unexpected turn. So yeah, I feel like on your side, it's the main one about that card is that maybe you're being very aloof or detached in this situation. That's just the feeling that I get, that you're more like maybe in your own space, or you're like, oh, if they're not, gonna act the way I want them to, then go away. And then we have Squirrel Spirit, and it says, believe in yourself. So you have accumulated wisdom and experience and are surrounded by all you need. An abundance of resources is available to you through the generosity of spirit and all your hard work. Squirrel Spirit shows up when you need reminding that the acorns you have gathered and stowed away have enormous potential to grow. So relax into knowing there's always enough, and you have what it takes to co-create the reality you want to experience. Through diligent preparation, you have gained wisdom and strength. How much potential you have. Believe in yourself, for Spirit believes in you and wants you to know you have enough and are enough. Doesn't that truth make you feel safe and secure? It should, for you have everything you need right now. So it is about just, believing in yourself and making sure that there's actually not even a making sure. Like, you don't need to do anything. Like, you have everything you need. So let's see, what does the tarot have to say for Gemini? So I want to see, how does your person feel about you and how do you feel about them? What is the situation between the two of you? The outcome, the obstacle and blockages, their next actions towards Gemini, then the outcome over the next 2 weeks, as well as the overall energy. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles as your feelings, the Chariot as their feelings, the King of Cups as the situation, Temperance being the obstacle and blockage, the Knight of Swords being their next actions towards you, and the Six of Cups as the outcome. Bottom of the deck, then we have the Page of Pentacles. So in terms of different star signs we have here, we have Cancerian energy with the Chariot, we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, which is you with the Knight of Swords, we have the King of Cups is Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, we have Temperance is Sagittarius, and then bottom of the deck with the Page of Pentacles, we have Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So what I see here with the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck is that I do see, if you guys are not in communication, there definitely will be a message coming in soon. Probably with some good news that you will want to hear, but also this is about the groundwork that you guys are putting in right now. Maybe there's some sort of effort that you do need to kind of lay the foundations with and put in that energy and that time towards this relationship, even if it is just a little bit. So with the Nine of Pentacles being your feelings, you could be feeling very secure and happy, like you have everything that you need, kind of like that squirrel spirit. It could be that you're happy in the relationship because it kind of contributes to your happiness, but also it doesn't really take anything away from you. You know, like being in a relationship, it doesn't become a burden in some sort of way. You could also feel like this person really cherishes your independence and that there's a healthy mix of like independence and love between the two of you. And it also could be that, you know, you're grateful for what you have together, but you could also just be in a very, like, just in a very independent energy these next 2 weeks, like more just focused on yourself, on your work, on, you know, your own well-being, whatever it is, like on your side of the street, you're just kind of more focused on you right now than the relationship. Then the Chariot is their feelings, so they're very clear about what they want, and I'm pretty sure it's you. You know, they might even want to conquer you and maybe are willing to do what it takes to get there. It could also be that they maybe see you as like a prize or a trophy. They could be like excited about the chase type of thing, and maybe that's why it's showing here like this person is kind of like relentlessly like coming for you. But they could also be a little bit stubborn and not really in a position to consider your feelings in the situation, because the Chariot isn't a very like emotional energy. It's very kind of like steadfast and goals and reach them and like that type of thing. So they're not really considering your feelings in this situation, but they're happy in themselves, and they might not feel like, you know, that they need to be in a relationship to be happy, but for some reason like they want to pursue you, like they're coming in hot. The King of Cups is the situation, so you're definitely in a phase of like emotional stability, and maybe that there's like kind of balance and understanding between the two of you. You probably both have like a high EQ. I know that kind of, you know, neglects what I just said over here with the Chariot, with them not considering your feelings, but like maybe in general they are that type of person, which does help with the happy relationship if you have a high EQ, you know. But it could be that, you know, you guys are both feeling heard and understood and you respect each other. But there is a lot of love in this situation between the two of you with the King of Cups. Temperance is the obstacle and blockage, is that you will need to have some sort of emotional balance or like open communication and compromise to get past any issues. I do also see with the Temperance card is usually the Temperance is related to kind of forgiving someone. So it could be that there's something that's happened in the past with you two that you need to forgive. Otherwise, there's some sort of maybe unresolved issues from the past of like your own triggers or your own relationships, and you need to kind of forgive someone from the past in order to bring balance into this situation. But there's definitely a need for forgiveness, which could be a challenge for you. And then we have the Knight of Swords as their next actions towards you. So they kind of just want to come in and tell you how they feel. You know, it could be that they're determined and focused, but like no one can stop them from coming towards you. They're like super confident in that. And they also definitely don't want to slow down. Like they're possibly like rushing something. It could also feel like maybe that you could feel that when they talk to you, it's like coming across as aggressive, but also it could be that they're like just very restless to get this connection moving in some way. Like maybe they're like rushing in to try and make the situation right, because they're like, I can't lose this person. Like the Gemini is for me. Like I can't let go of them. Like it's kind of like they're very much in a chasing energy. And then we have the Six of Cups as the outcome. So you guys will be connected on an emotional level, and you could have some sort of like deep soul connection or like a past life connection or something like that. But it's also that maybe, you know, you feel very like comfortable in front of them, or even, you know, if you've just met them, you kind of feel like this is a very familiar situation or a person that you're used to type of thing. Like you could open up quite easily. If anything has happened in the past to hurt you, then, you know, they might help you believe in love again, especially if this is a new relationship. But maybe that's what happened between the two of you guys already, like when you met, like this person helped you believe in love again. But also you won't need to really overthink this relationship, because this is the type of person who doesn't really play games with the Six of Cups. If you have been together a while, it's probably that you guys will know each other's habits and personality very well. If it is an ex, this is probably the best card for reconciliation, so that will be happening if this is someone from your past. But also at the end of the day, if there is any arguments or issues between the two of you, you guys will be reconciling in the next 2 weeks. So let's get some clarifiers for you here. So for Gemini, what do we need to know? Okay, so let's see, what is the Nine of Pentacles? We have Four of Cups. Okay, yeah, so I just feel like you're not really focused on the situation at the moment. You're not focused on your person. You're kind of feeling maybe like you need to take a break of some sorts with the Four of Swords, or maybe go into some sort of like deep contemplation about the relationship, and kind of, you know, go into your own thinking about it and take a break before you can come forward. But I do just see you like just being more focused on other things in your life at the moment, and possibly dissatisfied with where the relationship is at, which is why you're more focused on yourself. So what's the Chariot? We have Temperance. Okay, yeah, so they're trying to pursue you to kind of bring balance back into your connection. With the Two of Swords, it could be like that there was some sort of like stalemate between the two of you, or like, you know, someone was being stubborn. It could have even been on this person's side, and maybe they realized that when they went inside themselves to kind of make some sort of decision when it comes to you, they realized that they don't want to lose you, and they really want to like come in hot to try and bring balance back into the connection and bring in forgiveness, or like ask for your forgiveness in some way. So what's the King of Cups? We have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. And then we have the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So it could be that in this situation, like, although there's a lot of love in the situation and that you guys are, you know, coming into a place of emotional stability, it could be that beforehand there was a fight, and it was like kind of tit for tat, and, you know, like, I'm right, no, I'm right, or like that type of energy, like no one willing to kind of back down, and there's definitely like a clear loser in the situation. And I feel like maybe that's when they came across aggressive towards you, or when they kind of weren't really considering your feelings in some way. It was kind of like you guys weren't working well together. You know, maybe you felt like they needed to kind of work on themselves a bit more. But also I do see that there's some issues that also you need to ask yourself why. Like, why were you triggered by that situation? So what's Temperance? King of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like there could be a lack of stability in this connection at the moment, and that's why you guys are needing the patience and to be able to forgive them in some way, because maybe they weren't there for you, or there was something that happened where you felt like you couldn't depend on them, and you guys need to kind of renew your love together in order to feel like this person, like you can rely on this person again. So what's the Knight of Swords? we have Death card, Scorpio energy. So I see here that they basically are rushing in to bring some sort of change. They want to end the situation of confusion here. They don't want you to maybe have lots of options. They're like, no way, like, I'm making you mine. We're sorting this out no matter what. And, you know, I am going to make sure that, you know, there's no confusion left in the situation. Like, they want to like transform this relationship or change it into a way that will bring back some sort of renewal. So what's the Six of Cups? We have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like if this person is coming in asking for some sort of forgiveness, they are going to be in their heart space with the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and they do want to kind of tell you how they feel, and try to understand your emotions and be emotionally stable with you and that type of thing. But I feel like they're going to be met with your energy of being like, either like no, or you need to do some work on yourself, or you're setting some sort of boundaries. Like you're trying to protect your heart here, and you're making more logical decisions than what you would be emotional, if this person is coming in to try and mend things with you. So let's see, let's get some oracles for you, Gemini. Okay, so what do I want to see? I want to see, how does Gemini feel about their person? We have second chance, reconciliation, making amends, and opportunity. So in the long run, you do want, you know, a second chance with this person, even though you are going to be protective of yourself. You are, you know, you're still wanting the second chance. We do have intimacy, bonding, sensual, and confiding. So you could be feeling like, you know, you just want to get back to that closeness with this person. So how does, okay, I was going to say how do they feel, but we have mistakes, misunderstood, victim, and lost soul, and we have chemistry, attraction, spark, and passion. So I do feel like this person feels like they've made some sort of mistake, and that they need to rush in to bring balance into the situation because they have some sort of very strong attraction to you. We do have releasing at the bottom of the deck, letting go, moving on, and walking away. So there is something that they do need to release in order to come towards you, but they do feel like there's a mistake that they've made. So what is the, okay, I was going to say, what is the outcome? It says here, intuition, heart song, telepathy, and inner knowing. So it's kind of like, you know what's going to happen, and you guys might have such a deep connection that you guys could be speaking to each other in the 5D or in the dream world or something like that. We do have cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced and distorted. So it's kind of like, at the moment, things are not really clear, but I do see with the Queen of Swords that clarity will be brought into the situation and there will be some sort of reconciliation. So let's get some romance angels for you. So for Gemini, what's coming in the next 2 weeks for Gemini's love life? Okay, we have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Let's get one more. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely something that needs to be healed here, and I feel like that's the why card over there. Like, you need to figure out what are your triggers, what's causing you triggers. And as I said, that I picked up unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So I feel like that's on your side. Like, you're very kind of like, you know, in your own independent space. You could be in the phase of like, if they're being like super cuddly and like holding you the whole time and wanting to spend time together, you could be like, like cringing, give me a minute. But also with the unrequited love, I do feel like that is also something that you might struggle with as well as a trigger. And then we do have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Bottom of the deck, then we have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. A very specific message that I've also got here is that I could be talking about two different people. Like, maybe there's an ex that you want to get back with type of thing and that you want a second chance with, but there's someone else that's like pursuing you, maybe even toxically, and you're like, I don't really want that person. Like, I'm not focused on that person, I'm more focused on someone else altogether. So it could be that, but that's a very specific message. So let's get some messages from your person. Speaking of messages, This is usually for people in separation, so please only take what resonates here. What would Gemini's person say to Gemini? We both know I'm not the one for you. Maybe that's why they have the not for you card. They feel like, you know, you don't want them, like they're not your person type of thing, because maybe you have feelings for someone else. I look for you everywhere. Yeah, I do see that with the Chariot and the Knight of Swords. And I bury myself in work to forget you. Bottom of the deck, I'm not available. So that is what I have for you at the moment, Gemini. I hope it resonated. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up. I really would appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I will see you guys again either next week for your general messages or the following week again for your love reading. Take care.